Come on in, get settled. I got some bonus Overwatch for you this weekend. Yeah. We got a couple of good teams, some familiar faces. If you're, been around my stream a bit and been watching some Face It League here with me, you probably recognize, the team on the right for sure, and at least the logo and the color scheme from the team on the left. As we will be starting off in our lower bracket. We have top 4 remaining here in this bracket, as I kind of mentioned. And it will be a round 2 matchup. So this is going to be, winner moves on to lower bracket final. And, loser will be watching from the sidelines, unfortunately for them. I always hate sending teams home, but you know what? That's part of what makes competition exciting, Let's take a look at our bracket. Let's see where we're at right now. So we came in with 6 teams at the start of these playoffs. Good guys making their way through the upper bracket. We'll have that winner's bracket final, that upper bracket final, coming up directly following this match between Good Guys and Snus Reloaded. Even if you don't recognize some of these team names, you probably recognize the players, right? So I guess that was kind of what I was leading into. So even with SuperConfident and Snus Reloaded, where you're like, I don't know those teams. And once you start looking at the rosters, you're like, oh wait, yeah, I do know these teams. They're just playing under funny names. And looking at this, and then looking at the name, you might think back, wait a minute, I recognize a lot of these players. Yes, indeed, you have, Hitori and Zoro coming in, kind of reuniting to play here, and using the, super confident as opposed to super shy, hence why we have the upside down logo that you're seeing on our main screen. Then it makes sense when I'm talking about super confident, and you can look down and you're like, oh yeah, I see the pink now on the upside down super shy logo. That's what made me think to bring that up. Let's see, so 2 matches today, 2 matches tomorrow. We'll have lower bracket semifinals, followed by upper bracket finals today. And then your loser of that upper bracket final against the winner of this first match here for the LBF. Grand finals will take place tomorrow. It's going to be starting a little bit earlier tomorrow. So your grand finals will take place at 8 o'clock CEST. Or CEDT? CET. All right. Thank you for that wonderful breakdown. I think it's finally time to actually kick this thing off. Wait, do we still get the random coconuts at the end when somebody wins? That was my favorite part of this map, is all the random coconuts just appearing on the point when it finishes. Some days I'm a random coconut. But anyway, okay. Yeah, Nevs showed us that Junker Queen. Okay. This is about what I should have expected. Hitori's showing us the Zarya. Exactly what Snus used to beat them yesterday.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We're going to kick things off here on the beautiful beach of Samoa. Let's get into this lower bracket round, too. Oh, that is a Valiant Junker Queen skin. That is a very blue and yellow skin. Gotta love it. All right, right out of the gate. Oh, and Zoro's already lighting up the feed. And this was, I talked about at the top, could Unto and Leeway match up to just the prowess that is Zoro. 2 quick headshot kills and a 5v3 here to start things off for SuperConfident. You do still have Nevs in the back, but good peel the entirety of SuperConfident able to fall back and find Nevs in a 1v4 while they get first cap. Good start. Unto trying to put some pressure down onto the support, sitting on the bridge. Rotating around, realizing Zoro's kind of just down in the pit. Zoro does manage to get themselves back up to high ground and behind cover. Zoro protecting bridge side as Josh Swag has already managed to move in down low. Oh, caught Leeway trying to sneak in underneath. Now he's going to move in onto Unto. Oh, what a kill out of Unto. That was dirty. Beautiful shot. Even manages to clip Zoro with a piece of that dynamite. A couple shots down on the Hitori, but SuperConfident are building percentage through this whole time, and Zoro's managed to find Pixels in the back line. So, Nev's not going to have a whole lot of sustain through this as they're trying to chase Dirtmeister down, and Zoro's able to find Unto as well. Good headshot onto Nevs will put them back into spawn, and this is looking like another fight win here out of SuperConfident. Ooh. Almost got the exit back. Levi's not out yet. Oh, wow. Headshots for days, Zoro. Zoro's got a buy one, get one free special on headshots. Can get them while they last. Limited supply only. Nev's coming up on this rampage and could go right over the bridge with it. So Zoro's going to pull the trigger on this Bob first. Try to keep Everfrog contained. Unto responds with a... Where did their Bob go? Oh, yeah, very defensive Bob. Just protecting that top side. And there is the rampage right over the bridge. Onto Hattori, who does not have bubbles. Sitting there at 85 health and burning. Levi moves up to find the final blow. Point eventually flips here. And Everfrog build for percentage for the first time today. Ooh, burn blue. Love that spray. That was a live from Anaheim spray. You had to be at the finals there in Anaheim to get that one. Love that spray. Sneaky, sneaky pulse bomb around in the back. Trying to find support. Stuck it right on Dirtmaster's face. Rally, not in the fight. That's a grab thrown up onto the front line. Nev's eventually brought down. Orbital Ray just a touch late to save Nevs through that ultimate. Ooh, Tori's going to find themselves standing in that opposition's orbital ray if they're not careful. She's able to just work through. Doesn't have any bubbles to push with here. Kind of stalling out for a moment. Run Leeway off that top side. Jesper swag into the corner. Picks up one. Looking for another. Chaba gets the final blow onto Pixels after the initial slash there from the dragon. The dragon blade. I almost said the dragon strike. Dirtmaster with rally to try to close this out. Taking Nevs down. Already a great start. I don't see anybody really getting close. Levi will keep the overtime going, or at least get it going. Jesper Swag is popped in the back. 3 players making their way along the side, but Pixels cannot make it past this beam from Hattori. Nobody looks to make it past. Super Shy on track to grab this first map, barring just gotta kill this last lingering Doomfist. And that's Beach going super confident. Coconuts! Zergos, thank you for the follow. Watch your step. Yeah, I'd say that's good advice. I'd say that's good advice. Both teams gonna move over here around the whatever the hell that is. Nev's is gonna go and pull out that Reinhardt. Okay. I wasn't crazy thinking I've seen a Nev's Reinhardt from time to time. Oh yeah, even has the My Hero skin. Couple of early picks on the board already for Everfrog. They do need to loop back and grab control of the point. Okay, it's Levi has made a move to do that. There's the speed ring. Hattori would love to have gotten there in time. He doesn't quite make it. Jesper Swag picked up on the flank, and here comes the entirety of Everfrog to just force Super Confident out of the front door. Pin goes back into 2. What a move. Dirtmaster just staying above the hammer line, giving Super Confident a chance to re-engage with a quickness here around. Once again, Main Street getting shut down. There's a loop on his backside with Zoro and Dirtmaster. Headshot lands. There's the follow-up. Levi is down. Zoro now in control of the flank. The rest of the team is pushing in on the back of this Deadeye out of Unto, and Nevs has already swatted down Hattori with that hammer. We'll get the pin onto Zoro. 33% and counting. Everfrog are firmly entrenched here on Volcano. Alright, we're rocking the satellite vector into the graviton surge. And it manages to keep everybody alive. The later one thrown in, Hattori pushed down below. Can't quite get Unto, but Jesper Swag is there to follow it up. That was a double stun out of the rally from Zoom that led to Dirtmaster going down. Bob now thrown out from Zoro. Damn, manages to dodge the shatter by dropping into the pit. That was a nasty move, but still, Pixels is up here, just taking names, eventually brought down by the beam of Hattori. What are we down to, a 2v2 on this point? Oh, Dirtmaster tilted the scales. Point flips here for SuperConfident. Keep an eye on Leeway. Leeway is struggled to find entrance on the flank. There's an aggressive move out of Hattori right out of the gate, combined with the Death Blossom. And that's going to be a pair of kills here to kick things off. And Leeway does not land that pulse onto the supports in the back line. Zoro with good peel. Flawless team fight. They're out of SuperConfident. I don't think they're coming out here, Nevs. You're going to have to go to them. Oh, just for swag, just sticks their nose way too far out. Gets immediately picked off by a fire strike and a shot from 1-2. The pin in on the Hattori got bubbled. Nevs is extremely low. Heals coming through in mass. The shield is breaking. Flip comes through for Everfrog, and that is a potential deep pin. Stopped by the Graviton Surge, and Nevs just gets surrounded. Zoro picked off as a nice little move into the hallway, forced a 3v1 mismatch temporarily. But Chaba and Hattori have managed to clap back a little bit. Leeway still trying to run away from that high-powered Zarya. Rotation top side here from Everfrog. They do have the orbital to work with. Chaba still about 20% away. That orbital's going to be thrown in immediately. Just for swag hiding there right behind enemy Reinhardt. Sound barrier thrown in from the opposition. SuperConfident move on to the point. Nevs is trying to get out of it. The shield breaks, but they get around the corner just in time for an orbital ray to come out from SuperConfident. Now extra damage thrown in. The pulse from Leeway right into the thick of it. Doesn't land. Unto it 1 health. Finished off by the right click. The rally will suffer a similar fate. Hattori cleans up with a 15-player kill streak here to end map 1, and SuperConfident take the 1-0 lead. I can't tell you how happy it makes me to see Zarya strong. Like, that just makes me so very happy. All right, we're just gonna run this break time music here through this bit of a pause. It is gonna be Everfrog's map pick, and it looks like they have chosen Kings. With Orisa not being as prominent in the meta, I guess it does leave some room for Zarya to be able to take over. You know, lowest health pool of any of the tanks. But, I mean, some of the highest damage output. I mean, this is still, what, 190? I think it's still 190 for a full charge beam. 190 DPS, I think is still correct. We gotta double check that damage number, actually. It used to be 190, but so many damage numbers have been changed around so much. I've gotten where I've lost track. Let's see if we can go to the Zarya Overwatch. Let's go to the wiki. Let's see. Roll tank. Particle cannon. Here we go. Yeah, still 190. It is 95 to 190. That's right. Actually, the base got moved up. When she got buffed, what, a couple seasons ago? I remember they brought her numbers back up a couple seasons ago. On top of where you get, like, what, you get 45 energy per bubble now instead of 40, like it was back. Like, there were some buffs back a few seasons back, and we haven't seen Zarya really come back into meta since. It could be one of those just crazy sleeper picks. We've seen the Zarya a couple times. I don't know if it's going to actually make it to meta or if this is just our team saying, hey, let's play something we don't normally get to play. But it seems to be strong. It seems to be strong. That is, yeah, 95 to 190 on charge. Oh, and they increased, I remember they also buffed the ult fire at its highest. So... yeah, it's 110 at 100 energy per ult fire shot, which is nasty. 22 to 110, like it has fall off, but at its max, it's 55 to 110 max damage for 0 to 100% energy there. So, and again, there is fall off to that, but I do remember that getting a bit of a buff as well. All right, we have in fact gotten a King's Row pick coming in from Everfrog. And SuperConfident are choosing to attack first. So I'm going to go ahead and get that swap below. Now we want to use our attack and defend icons. I have attack and defend icons we can use. I don't ever use them. I don't really use them for face it. Oh yeah, see, it cuts off the. That's why I don't use them, because it cuts off the name if the name's too long. That's why I don't use them. Now that may just be the way I have the scoreboard set up, but still, I don't want to change that too much. I don't want to start adjusting lengths and stuff because it's all pretty nicely set for what I use. All right, fine. No attack and defend icons for you. Do. All right. Getting ready to head into Kings. What do we see? What do we see? I anticipate we'll see more of Zoro on that Ashe, particularly defensively, but even on the attack, it's possible, although we do see change-ups on that, variations on that, and particularly here in this tournament, we're starting to see, we're seeing teams kind of go against the grain of meta a bit. So, I mean, who knows? Who knows what fun our teams might come out with? Although Zoro on the Ashe, we do see that. I think that's going to be, that's the player to stop. That's the player to stop. And you can't sacrifice too much on the trade to make it happen, right?
Now entering King's Row. Initiating match.
Let's get into Kings. Time for map 2.
Ready for battle.
Zoom starting off on the low ground's an interesting adaptation here.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective.
So it looks like it's just Unto on the high ground. They're not keeping the Brig up here to try to protect Unto. The Brig is staying down low with Pixels. I don't know if this is to be more aggressive with Nevs, maybe use more aggressive speed rings than Pixels might be able to get to, or if it's just a safety issue. Perhaps, expecting the Pharah to come in from Jesper Swag. It does leave this high ground pretty open, as Tori is going to go ahead and escort her supports up to that top, then themselves move down low. So Chaba's sitting up on this high ground, or was. Eventually drops down to try to help out, put some point pressure. Ends up kind of behind, does have swift steps still to get out, but are down 2 in this fight. Ooh! Tori and Chaba are able to trade out. Oh, loses the 1v1 against Zoom. And that'll put it into the attack. Valiant attempt. Valiant attempt. Disrespect playing out of the back line. Again, the high ground very unprotected. As soon as there's a move up top, Nevs does in fact make an aggressive push. So it's kind of getting confirmation there where we're seeing Pixels in such an aggressive position in their own right. Leeway is able to clean one out of the house. They find Chaba in a big mismatch inside as well. All right. Leeway still making their way back into this fight. Pressure on to Zoom and Pixels right out of the gate. What a beautiful flick there to get Pixels. Find them low. And an aggressive push led by Jesper Swag, actually kind of playing the tank in that particular engagement. Able to move in and put so much pressure on that front line. And Tori actually ends up playing on the outside. And Chaba's able to push through Hotel. Beautiful attack. 2 ticks on the board. Looking for that third. There's a drop down from Disrespect out of the window. Rally popped out of Zoom. Moves into Hattori, but has to fall back and try to protect this Kitsune rush on the flank. I mean, Jesper Swag with double attack damage put a lot of hurt down. We did see Zoom make a move in onto Chaba. Helped out, but there's the Death Blossom to finish off Zoom and Nevs. We're at a 3v3 left on this point. Oh, Leeway immediately just burns through Jesper Swag right after the Wraith form is used. Or it's not the Wraith form, that was the teleport. What's this teleport called? Shadow Step. That's it. Right after the Shadow Step was used. Ooh, nice shot, Chaba. Chaba has been nasty on this carry here in this map, too. Really, just in this series in general. With Tori with Grev on the high ground, we also have the orbital ray ready to go from both of our squads. Bob thrown in defensively. Is there enough to burn through the orbital ray? At least you get Pixels, but here comes a rally and an annihilation to chase Hattori down while that protective Bob finds Jesper Swag, who swapped over to a May, by the way. After the grab used, Tori's going to go ahead and swap over to the Smogga. And this point can be so time consuming. Oh, that was sick. And so hard to cap. I wouldn't be surprised to just see everything turn in this fight. Whoa! What a great move by Zoro. Zoro's just going to take this over without any ult needed. 3-piece for Zoro to open it up. Oh my goodness. And I'm sitting here theorizing how they might have to just throw everything in the kitchen sink at this. Or you could just have Zoro click all the heads on the map. That's one way to do it. Impeccable display. I've heard nothing but great things about Zoro as a player as well. Like, just great attitude, great to work with. And look at that aim. Like, what more could you possibly ask for? What an outstanding player. I mean, huge up-and-comer. And there's Chaba showing up at the kill feed again. An important final blow there up for onto Nevs by a lot of space. You do see Unto swapping over to the Widowmaker, and that does get Hitori out of there. You got to respect that. Especially if you got Zoro up here covering that doorway. Not too concerned. Remember, a little bit of nerfs to Junker Queen in this most recent patch. With the self-healing getting nerfed, as well as the size of the Gracie itself. So the Jagged Blade, a little bit harder to hit, though that one lands. In the midst of that Kitsune rush, Tori does not look too bothered by this. Unto with a good pick, though. Finding Zoro on the back line. Now that's what you needed, and it's beaten of the giant feet there for Tori. I mean, Margaret's got some giant feet. Just saying. The better to overrun you with my dare. Or something like that. 4 ults online here for SuperConfident as they push in. Drop the cage immediately. Ned is still standing through the bulk of that as the orbital comes in. Nevs is finally burned down as the 6th player is thrown onto the field. Mr. Butler finds a 3-piece. Nice job, Bob. Blizzard to hold this out. $130 on the clock. Ball swap from Nevs, immediately booped back by the coach gun. The Blizzard to try to solidify the point. Nevs is frozen on the edge of that radius. Blizzard does fade. Zoom comes in for next touch. Unto final 1 on the Vigil before getting taken down. But Pixels, okay, it's a reset. It's a reset. What on earth just happened? Chibi, chibi, chaba, chaba. Zoro made me scream without the S. Whoa, Lunar. Whoa. Whoa. Zoro was in a bit of trouble up top. Doesn't seem to have been able to duck around and hide. Kitsune thrown in. Blade in the back, though. Leeway's already picked up Chaba, and Zoom found Zoro. Well, looks like the knees might have just fallen off of this thing. I don't know how knees fall off, but you get the idea. The wheels falling off the bus of this SuperConfident push. But Dirtmaster and Hitori looking to seal the deal here. Despite being down in players, the cage fight is huge. Jesper Swag still there for a little backup damage, and that block won't hold. There's the cap with 20 seconds to go.
Score 0-3. Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
All right. Hitori on the Orisa. Heading back in on this defense.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Okay, high ground defense, primarily leaving Jesper Swag to hold hotel. This is more traditional defense we're seeing these days, but not this move. What an aggressive push there out of Hitori. That is not traditional. Oh, and might find themselves paying for it. Good defensive wall, but Hitori is still low on health, below that precious armor mark. Zoom jumps down and into the blender. Zoom tried to pursue the kill and finds themselves in a 1v2 mismatch. Unto strikes back, though. Whoa, Unto! Lighten up the feed. I'm sorry I missed that triple. As they're proving that Zoro's not the only one who's got some hands. Jabba looking for a little sneaky sneak up top. At least has that scout on the Leeway in the window. Ooh, Leeway knows you're there. Leeway comes in on the dive, and there's the swift step out. Hattori gets killed in the front line, though. Speed ring used as a disengage with Hattori getting low. Leeway trying to see if they can get some position up in the window. Did eat a few shots. Looks like not only from Chaba, but probably from Jesper Schwag's icicles as well. Vying a position of this entrance into the flank zone. Continues. Orbital way up front, though. Looks like the flank may not be necessary. It's just going to be a brute force approach right through the front door. Terra Surge thrown in at bookstore. Tori still low. With Bob thrown into the back. The Suzu used. Trying to keep the tank alive. Bob defensively thrown into the mix. Zoro and Untu both out of the fight as the Terra Surge invested. There from Nevs. God, this is a bloodbath here in the Streets of Kings. That Blizzard got the job done. Nevs thrown up inside the pub. Rally used from Zoom here in a 3v2. Chaba managed to escape up high. Hattori just face tanks the damage, and it's actually a 3v3 here. Jesper Schwag still on the point, considering Rush invested in. Nice wall. Is going to catch Untu, but the shot catches Jesper Schwag. Untu lands one in up top. Then swapping over to the Reinhardt. Goes just pinning in deep. Make their presence known immediately. Leeway has Blade, and I can hear him off in the back of the screen. Catches Chaba inside that small hallway. No one to swift step to. Couple of slashes, and the other support's down as well. When ultimate's all they had, when ultimate is all that Everfrog needed. Second point on the board, over 5 minutes in the bank. Zoro back on this Widowmaker will at least push this into a 5v4. Looks like Jesper Schwag gets booped off. That's what happens to Jesper Schwag. Oh, one good turn deserves another. Hattori puts an energy javelin through Nevs, follows up with the Terra Surge to get Zoom as well. Zoro in a very advantageous Widowmaker position. That's where I see all my Widowmakers try to post up. Nevs returns. Jesper Schwag is down. The cart makes it around this final corner. As the final pieces of the defense kind of sacrifice themselves to a hole, but have they staggered themselves out too poorly? Hattori can't quite get the bomb off the side, eats a ton of damage. The heals are just not there. Blizzard thrown in from Jesper Schwag to try to hold this, but Nevs is able to pin out of it. Nobody caught, and Untu's just pouring damage in from the back line. Bob already invested in this. Rally thrown into the mix as well. This is looking like Everfrog capping with a gargantuan time bank. All right, teams are getting serious now. Nev's sticking with us, Orisa. Zoom and Lee White holding hotel. I imagine Untu's on the high ground somewhere. Where are you at, Untu?
2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective
We are getting Chaba sticking with this Kiriko. So it's not quite the Goblin comp. It's such a variation on it. Quick move from Jetpack into the high ground. The swift step in. Get 2 across the gap. Vittori's still trying to fight past Statue. Ooh, Zoro goes down. This is the same 2 in the backline. Ambushed out of Hotel to fight Zoro and Dirtmaster. The same 2 heroes, that is. Close to it. Woo! Zoom just smashing people with the mace. Not a good place to be. SuperConfident find themselves in close quarters. Now, with only 11 seconds to go, they're finding themselves in desperation mode. Stretch trying to get the touch. There it is. The dash in. Deflect used. Here comes Satori to back it up. Initially boots back, but does make it on to keep the overtime going. Jesper Slag moving in through Hotel, trying to find the back line. Will pick up that kill. Meanwhile, Satori's kind of gotten forced back, but does manage to jab spin their way through as Jesper Slag picks up another one in the back line. Unto is low, playing deep off of this flank. Has managed to find Zoro, but that's the only one. So 4v3 left on this point. No supports here for the defense, but Leewai is able to get that kill. We're moving in to try to threaten Dirtmaster. Nev's pushing onto the objective, but all this damage is permanent. Dirtmaster brought down between the shots of Unto and the Terror Surge coming in. Reinforcements are here. Pixels is back in the fight, able to provide not only a little extra healing, but throw this orbital ray into the mix as well. In overtime, Hattori has no choice but to press that ultimate, see what you can get. Zoom is low, Zoom is down. The orbital ray, though, has escorted the blade, and Leewai able to do enough damage. Pixels able to finish it off. We had about 79% picked up, but not a full cap. It's going to take a 4.5 minute fuller hold here from SuperConfident if they move up to match point.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
An important attack here for Everfrog in this lower bracket round 2. Looking to tie us up, send us into map 3, all knotted 1-1. It's a lot better than trying to pull out a reverse sweep. An impeccable attack first time around. Can they repeat that? High ground positioning right out of the gates. Just for swag. Holding not only the objective, but the hotel flank. Looks like a push up to the high ground here for both DPS out of Everfrog. Zoro shots getting deflected back onto Hattori. Remember, you don't need all 3 ticks here. Just 79.2% to take the series. Nev's on the objective. Already has that first tick picked up. Leewai putting pressure down. Dirtmaster is low. Here comes Just for Swag to drop in. Hattori drops in as well. Hattori gets Nevs. Great separation there. This is they force Nevs into a very bad spot, LOSing their own heals and outnumbered. So, despite giving up 1 tick, the defense of SuperConfident does at least hold. A little over 3 minutes remains. Pixels and Leewai could get an ultimate here in this fight. Particularly if Leewai's able to survive through this. Oh, Hattori's taking so much damage. The speed rating is in, but Hattori cannot give up too much positioning. Oh, an important kill out of Zoro to take a lot of that pressure off. Hattori does eventually go down, and it's up to Dirtmaster here to hold the line. Dirtmaster's under too much pressure. Both supports still standing, and Zoom comes in for the final blow. That's going to be the bash and the whip shot combo in. The orbital ray late here from the defense. And we're headed to map 3, tied 1-1. All right. Whew. That attack out of Everfrog just looked downright unstoppable on both sides. Big props to that backline. That backline did so much to help propel that forward. I feel like we often saw often saw Everfrog coming up with the big ultimates first, with the orbital ray. I mean, the orbital ray is what comes to mind. It felt like they just had that every single fight. It felt like Pixels was beating whoever was on the other side. I think it was Dirtmaster was playing it mostly because we're seeing Chavo pull out the carry a lot of this. Also got to see some Reinhardt. Always happy to see some Reinhardt. We are, in fact, getting the Rune Sapi pick here from map number 3. I think there's some tea in my future. Yeah, okay, I'm definitely feeling some tea in my future. Right. Looks like we're keeping the same sides. No reason to flip sides here. I mean, unless it's, I feel like there's some sort of superstition on it. It's just, we do better when we're playing in the red side kind of thing. But obviously, competitively, it doesn't matter heading into Rune Sapi. Heading into push in general, I suppose. All right. Teams are ready as we get set to head into map number 3. Once we got into a little bit more of back into the Goblin comp, the Orisa Brawl, we saw Everfrog kind of taking the charge on that, making the swap over to the Reinhardt initially. And it kind of just landed into that Orisa mirror. And Everfrog was winning that duel both on the Rhine and on the Orisa. So, interested to see what our teams come out with headed into map 3. I feel like it's up to SuperConfident here to kind of set the stage. Now, we have seen a lot of Junker Queen, so it wouldn't surprise me on push. That is, it wouldn't surprise me to see Nevs go back into that familiar hero, that comfortable hero. Very strong on this map. Extra speed is a good thing. Extra speed's a good thing. All right, let's get into map 3. Does anybody know the significance of the 2 pools? They're all over this map.
4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
We are in fact going to see Nevs on that Junker Queen. Oh, with a Reaper to combo with it. Sticking with that Brick Juno backline. Hattori answering the same tank, but we're getting the Lucio Kyrie backline. As we've seen a lot of this out of Chaba today. And there's the lethality that Kyrie brings to the table right out of the gate. Just for swag low. There's the Suzu in, keep them alive. So +1. Exacerbated to a +2 as Zoro puts the dynamite into the back. Here comes Leewai trying to get on top. Ooh, and the pressure. Dodge from the axe. Nice little fancy footwork out of Zoro. As they're able to avoid a lot of damage coming in. Stay alive. Stay flawless through this fight. And Chaba already grabbing a lot of meterage. Look at how much free meterage they got while the cleanup was happening. This is almost certain to be a cap here very early. We are getting Lucio Kyrie change. An Untu coming off of the Reaper going on to a cast as well. There's the spawns picked up. Oh, just for swag. Just noticed the last thing. Untu just kind of caught them out of the corner of the eye just in that final moment. Could have been disastrous. We'll look at a proper fight here. Ult charge way ahead there for SuperConfident. But they're going to have to rotate around. Nice little stealing of the bot. And this fight's going to take place back at center stage. Very smart play out of Everfrog here, actually. They're building free meterage here at the beginning of this fight. Flank on the inside has been caught. Knife lands. Leewai is in, but Leewai is dead. Jesper Swag is able to find them. Still stuck by the Gracie. There's the dash out. Oop, I was actually trying to go to some Nevspov. Yep, they do in fact win that one out. Meanwhile, Hattori dropped a rampage. Looked to only hit Untu, but it's enough to take the hit skin out of the fight. But Hattori now finds themselves in a 1v2 inside this small room. Backs away with very little health. Although, SuperConfident regained their checkpoint. Nice play out of Chaba. Tori trying to shout out, but couldn't back into the doorway in time. Just for Swag going in, see if they can find some revenge. It's kind of just in by themselves from the looks of things. You managed to escape back into the cafe. Hey, that's my home. That's Cafe Bullscum. 9 ultimates at the ready. Chaba with early positioning to kind of prevent this cap. Zoro's now back in this fight. Just for Sec coming in far in the back with this ultimate. Sound barrier thrown in as Just for Sec throws in the tectonic shock. Rampage comes across and hits all 4 as the sound barrier goes down. Nevs gets the cleanse to get out of there. Can't quite find any kills on the back of that monstrous Rampage. Nevs and Zoom combined to get 1, but it ends up just being Lucio's trade. And now Chaba with a late Kitsune rush thrown into the fight. Leewai throws in the blade to see if they can fight everybody off in the mid-state. They are able to get the kill onto Chaba. 2-3 slashes land on Hattori as well. The Dragon Blade picking up a pair. Just for Swag found 2, but now it is a 2v2 left on this point. Oh, Zoom with the mismatch. Comes in off the flank. Turns it into a 3v2 and a fight win, and the checkpoint picked up here for Everfrog. Zora's made a move onto the Sojourn. Oh, that is a close quarters rampage. Oh, I love that move from Hattori. Hattori knows they're hiding back behind that corner. Just rounds it and puts in a 5-foot rampage that hits 2 and cleans up the back of that fight. Considering they were down, I mean, it was such a smart move. Lead here at SuperConfident. Actually, I mean, just extending what slight lead they had. Shot already used out from Nevs to make a rotation. Here comes on two around the backside. Looks like it's been red. Yeah. Dirtmaster knows they're there, and here comes all of the team to force that 5v2. Zoro coming up with a couple of final blows here early in this fight. That rail charge missed, but Nevs goes down nevertheless. Chaba just landed a couple of key shots to match this Kitsune rush pace and throws it out immediately. Wow, Chaba got 15% in the blink of an eye. That had to be just 3 directs in a row. Jesper Swag with an aggressive move in. Amidst Kitsune rush, drops in the Tectonic Shock and already found Leewai with it. Enough damage onto Nevs for the final blow there as well. Trying to get Zoom, prevent them from getting up towards their cap. Hattori gets 3 with Jagged Blade kills? Wait a minute, what was that? Wait a minute. How did 3 Jagged Blade kills just light up the feed? Oh my goodness, Hattori coming out on the Junker Queen, SuperConfident with a very confident win. 2-1 lead here in your lower bracket round 2, match point for SuperConfident. I want to know what happened with that 3-piece. How do you get 3 Jagged Blade kills like that? Wild. Absolutely wild. That had to be, like, it recalled through, like, 3 super low people. You know, 3 people were on, like, 20 health, and then it recalled the Jagged Blade through them. And did that tick damage? I don't know. That's wild. I don't know that I've ever seen a triple kill from one Jagged Blade like that. That was wild. All right, Everfrog map heading into Flashpoint. Oh, wait. Jesper Swag says, hey guys, subscribe to my YouTube. Jesper Swag. Trying to get 100 subs by the end of 2024. It's my dream to become a YouTuber. Apparently we're not going to Flashpoint. We're headed to Circuit. Okay.
Initiating match.
Yet no one readied up. They just launched. We didn't pick side even. This may be a restart. There we go. No, nobody saw that. That wasn't on stream or anything. Love you, host. Are you okay? They drop back, and SuperConfident is like, all right, we want to attack, which is what they were on. Let's get back in the game. Ah, we are on nighttime now, apparently. I don't even know what Nyctalopia is. Oh, allergic to sunlight. Ah. Oh, I guess Nyctalopia would be allergic to nighttime? Alright. Reinhardt, Bastion, May. Brawl comp.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers in.
Oh, actually landed the headshot. This wasn't a kill. That was on the Leeway. Vittori's sticking with the Junker Queen coming back out here. Already got first kill here from Unto. Didn't even use the assault configuration. Just a good nade. Good nade and some follow-up shots. Vittori with the pull. There's the assault configuration. Whoop! And don't pull that Bastion to you. There you go. Yank the Bastion outside. The boop! The boop puts Unto in way deep in position. Neves tries to go out to cover with the shield. Unto not allowed to get back inside. Lego pieces go flying everywhere. Good start. Jesper Swag coming off of the May immediately. Goes over to the far after seeing the composition that was in front of them.
No one can hide from my sight.
Zoro already with sights up. That's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Neves is low. Jesper Swag with the kill. Swap onto the Echo for Unto. Not going to help in this particular fight. One body shot lands. There's the second. Another fight win here out of SuperConfident. Well, I think that might have actually Conk Blast Neves closer. I don't know. Like that, it didn't really seem to affect it. Did you get extra speed? Orbital Ray thrown in here from the defense as they move back onto this point, 1.62 meters from the cap. The Rampage hitting Neves means they're not getting the healing from that orbital and are able to get picked off. But it's a 2-for-1 trade with Zoro and Jesper Swag going down. Missing a lot of the teeth out of this composition. It's up to Hattori and Chaba to really get it done. Hattori's able to find one. Chaba now says Kitsune Rush ready to go. Has been pretty darn accurate with this kunai. Misses a couple there, but you know what, Dirtmaster? Oh, the final one lands. Oh, that's just... Ow. Just for a second, why don't you plug my YouTube? Now that would be awesome. You should just plug my YouTube. Woo. Zero's already almost up to another ultimate. Neves immediately brought down after swapping over to a Sigma. The Notori with a pair of kills. Almost has another ultimate in their own right. Notori with a good host of picks there in that fight. SuperConfident are rolling. Woo! Ow! Poor Zenyatta never stood a chance. I haven't seen a whole lot of Circuit since the map change. They did kind of change this top part as well. Back over to the Reinhardt there for Neves as they look to just hold the corner. There's the speed ring out and just looking to rush down anybody. Guess Tori will do. You guys managed to push in the back through all this. Tori is low, but there's Jesper Swag. Comes in out of the window to drop the barrage. As I think Revenge rained from above on that one. Oop, 5 orb doesn't land. Both support ults available here is just, for SuperConfident. Just a Transcendence for the defense of Everfrog. A little under 4 on the clock. There's the dash through from Leeway to try to clear out the window. Successfully doing so, even picking up a kill onto Jesper Swag along the way. But look at some low health bars back here on the card itself. Great knife lands, but not able to pull pixels through the window. That's the Kitsune Rush and the Rampage thrown in. That Transcendence isn't going to do much of anything against the purple. Unto getting the brunt of that. A lot of additional damage thrown Nev's direction. Pixels is low off the side. The speedering will not get you back on. Meanwhile, Nevs dies on the cart. That's the orbital ray thrown in from Pixels just before they go down. Oh, please tell me that orbital ray did something. Okay, that Unto's just playing in it. That was amazing. I wish that had done something. I wish that orbital ray had been like the saving grace on this point, just because that was such a cool play. I mean, it was not a cool of Pixels to fall off the side like that, but getting close and tossing in that orbital where they did, that was fun. I can't say I've ever seen that before, Pixels. That was a first.
Initiating match. Ready for battle. I'm with you.
Thank you, Lunar. Thank you, Lunar. I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Blood in the air. Five, four, three, two, one. Stop the payload.
Okay, double sniper Sigma comp. Very poke oriented with Zoom, sticking with the Zenyatta. When the Hanzo, I mean, got the one shot back, but those arrows are definitely harder to hit. With a reduction in projectile size we saw a couple of patches ago. Ooh, Jesper Sack moved in over the top of the roof to drop into the backline. Can't make it back over though. Can't find safety. Ends up being a bunch of trades. We'll go back to this Tori Pov. And she's picked up too. A lot of damage in for the third. First fight going in the defense of SuperConfident. One, two, walked out, walked back in, swapped gas. There's the ambush out of the high ground. Tori drops down. Levi gets the heals though, does not go down. Untu doesn't want to die either. Tori's able to eventually bring down the ladder, but is now stuck in the wrong spot. Pressure into that back line. Levi with an easy shot on Zoro here to help clean up, and 3 on the cart. Push it forward to this corner. So you're going to have Rampage coming back into this fight. Rampage and Inversight actually a pretty mean combo, allowing the Jungle Queen to kind of anticipate and set up the Rampage. Now Zoro and Hattori are both still a little away from that as Nevs and company approach this corner. Rampage comes out, hits 4. Immortality Field, everybody bunched up in it. Oh, that would have been the meatiest carnage of all time, but Hattori cannot get the swing in. Ends up being a little bit of a mosh pit inside the hallway. How about some Pixels pop? Ooh, Somber Swap. There from Lee White. Just for so I immediately made aware. Remember, you can't see swaps until 15 seconds after they're made. You can see that a change was made. You just don't know what the new hero is for a bit. So Jespersack potentially completely caught by surprise by that hack amidst that fight. Hattori's making a swap over to the Winston here to help hold point B. Nev's onto the Orisa. Gesture Swag pushing in a little bit ahead. Hattori gets caught off on that dive. Transcendence used defensively to protect against the Kitsune Rush invested here from Choppa. Nev's now pushing up to the high ground. See if they can find some of that back line. Hattori's still in. That is... I did not see that land. Pretty sure Dirtmaster Sound Barrier just got... Yelp. Just got HA'd from that Deadeye. Yeah, you betcha. Again? Wait, again? But you already have one earlier this match that I missed? Unto coming up with the paracles. Ant Matrix thrown in and the cast. Just oh so nasty behind that. Whoa, whoa, easy camera. Easy camera. Hey, there was the dive party spray. We were just looking at some dive party results a little bit earlier. Beautiful setup there. I love the way that Dirtmaster, Jesper Swag, and Hattori kind of overlapped the aggression on this attack. Combo went in the Primal Rage on the back of it. Hattori was actually the third one to engage in that with the Primal. That was a spectacularly set up fight and a much needed stop of the momentum there from SuperConfident as we get the pause. W-Lodge. Something happened stream side? Oh, there we go. Whoa. The kick, not going to be enough to push it back. Oh, that's a dangerous spot for a Terror Surge, though. Hattori has no choice but to jump through it, and I have no choice but to shove the camera into a wall, apparently. Deadeye out from Unto. Oh, picks up two! My goodness. Everybody I go to just dies. Hattori will not suffer that same fate. Finds Pixels, finds Leeway. It's a 2v2 left on this point. Both tanks are still alive. Both have a healer left. Hattori destroyed up on the base of those stairs. I am not missing another Unto Deadeye, damn it. That's Leeway's Blade up on the high ground. Dirtmaster cut down 83% to Blade. Oh, Dirtmaster's struggled here on the back half of this defense. Transcendence thrown in from Zoom, just barely able to save them out of that corner. Hattori back to the high ground, cannot find safety. May not miss another high noon, so may not get another high noon. This Dirt ties again, 89%. Jesper Strike throws in the blade, coming back in. Xander should get two. Jesper Strike at 1 health. Finds a pair. Leeway now back on the Tracer, is holding on. Hattori should be returning. Yeah, there's Hattori back. Close to a Primal, but I don't know if it's going to be close enough. Hattori tried desperately to get it up at 97. They drop. Dirtmaster is now here. The Suzu in return. The Terra Surge, though, puts an end to them both. Hattori dies 99. Dirtmaster at 98 to big stalling ultimates.
Score 3-3. Initiating match.
As it stands, Time Bank's a lot closer here than I think SuperConfident would have liked. Oh, look at that move back and through the window. Do I know my maps or do I know my maps?
Ready for battle.
All right. Unto back on this cast. I get another chance to catch an Unto Deadeye. Tori making a move to that inside. Okay, Unto backs out. And Leeway kind of stepped in to help block that line. Tor playing around the black car right now has not yet backed up to this next corner. Though Neves makes a move, Zoro finds the pick. Pixel's already down. Neves is going to have to win this out quickly if they're going to win it at all. Decide to just back away. Unto and Leeway punch down by the Nemesis form of Vittori. First fight falls flat here for Everfrog. Unto's going to swap off of that cast. It's Meitai. Ooh, Zoro has lines on Zoom there in the back. Oh, taking a body shot. Can't quite hit it. Just a pixel off of that kneecap. And then eats a 5 orb, forced to back away. Meanwhile, Unto's picked up 2 underneath the bridge. And Leeway has eyes set on your back. Not a moment too soon. Overtime kick it in here in about 10 seconds as we hear the intense music start to pick up. Zoro looking just in this right out of the gate, trying to prevent any ultimates going online. Zoom's already low. Durmaster, how do you find that one? There's the push in to try to pick up Leeway as well. Cryo Freeze used here. Blizzard built up. Imagine it's going to be thrown immediately on to this point. You betcha. And Matrix is back here as well for Zoro to shoot through. And this is just looking like a world of hurt for Everfrog to try to walk in. No shot of picking up that 4th point. Jacker Code, thank you for the follow.
Switching sides. Initiating match. Ready for battle.
Gotta come out with the Reinhardt. The changes on the front door make it far more difficult to spawn hold on this map now. Imagine they're just going to wait in this side room to try to ambush. Where previously we'd see a Reinhardt comp just get right on the front door. Because of the top spawn, that is not feasible anymore. Good jump shot out of Zoro here to start. See if they can find Zoom. Yeah, put a couple shots onto the shield. You can go for the jumper. Ooh. Shots with the inside. There's just going to be a long rotation here to find this sightline all the way down the street. We got friends just for swag on the front. That's a good start. Zoro able to find any interest? No, it's been kind of forced off here a little bit. Ooh, almost found Unto with that shot. First fight going the way of the defense here from Everfrog. 2:20 left on the clock. Tori on this high ground. That's a low Nevs, and with those punches getting reverted, they're going right through that shield. Zoro's able to find Unto in the back. Tori trying to keep an eye on that flank. Doesn't want to let Levi get in. There's a great purple there out of Chaba, and it puts just an incredible amount of pressure there onto that back line. He forced cooldowns out of Levi, put him out of the fight. Backline gets taken down. First of 2 fights needed. Trash Panda, hello! Thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. What a wonderful suggestion, getting these matches on stream. I do appreciate that very, very much. All right, Levi approaching a blizzard here. Needs it sooner rather than later. Zoro with sightline set up and in for sight. Invested into this fight. Oh, it's got eyes there on Zoom in the back. Zoom, don't you dare peek that. Zoom has to just sneak out a few healing shots here and there. But Jesper Swag with the artillery, or excuse me, the assault will just get completely demolished. As the orbital is thrown in and Nevs finds 2 after swapping over to this Ramatra. 55 seconds to go, and that cart was less than a meter away from a super confident victory here. Tori continues to push despite being down in numbers. Going in slow move up through the blizzard. Drops the annihilation, and Unto's brought down. Now the cryo freeze is done, and Levi eats a pummel to the face. Both DPS out of this fight. Ant Matrix up, and Jesper Swag still able to mow through pixels despite that. And this is like slowly but surely, super confident moving on into your lower bracket finals. GG's all around. Everfrog will finish the tournament in 4th place.